Hey, welcome back everybody to my Dark Souls Absolute Beginner's Guide. Please have a look at the playlist and see if there's any other topics you'd like to learn something about. In this episode, we're going to be looking at upgrading our gear, our equipment. There are some complicated systems and I'm hoping to shine a bit of light on them. Let's go straight in. Okay, so let's talk upgrades. To upgrade your gear, you'll first have to find a blacksmith. You'll need to find some upgrade materials as well. These are known as titanite. We can find these as loot from enemies, find them as treasure around the world, and we can buy them from NPCs. So if we talk to our man Andre here, we can see a menu. We've got modify equipment, reinforced weapon, reinforced armor, repair equipment, purchase, and talk. I highly recommend you always talk to all NPCs, so be sure to chat to them. If we try modify equipment, we're told that we don't have any weapons ready for ascension yet. We'll get to this in a little while. So let's try reinforcing a weapon then. So here we can see the weapons we've got that can be upgraded. These numbers on the right hand side show the result of upgrading this item. If we press our item button, we can look at more details. This is pretty similar to what we've seen on the equip menu. And although this is called reinforced weapons, it does include our shields. And similarly, if we look at reinforcing armor, we can use the item button to see more details again and compare the upgrades. This repair menu item is how we fix things that take durability damage as we're using them. This shield that I'm about to repair has only taken a small amount of damage, so the repair is very cheap today. The more damage something has taken, the more expensive it is to fix. Every blacksmith in the game has goods for sale, so make sure you check out what they've got. Andre here is really cool. He stocks some upgrade materials and a decent selection of weapons. I've already got some titanite, so let's have a go at upgrading some weapons. As Andre upgrades this dagger, we can see the damage numbers are increasing. And we can also see that the param bonus is coloured blue, like it's improving, but the letters don't seem to be changing. This is because of how the param bonus actually works. Each letter represents a percentage range of damage bonus and is used as a modifier in the maths behind the scenes. There's not much point going into the specifics, and I don't even know them to be honest, but let's illustrate this. Let's suppose that B scaling represents a bonus of between 20 and 30%. This dagger could be at 20% at +1, and when we change it to +2, it could be 25%. So this is an increase in our param bonus, but it still qualifies as a B grade. If the bonus ended up crossing over the 30% high end of the B scaling, then it would move into rank A. Right, so now we've got our dagger to +5, but now it's disappeared from the list. What gives? Well, this is as high as we can take the weapon without ascending it first. There are loads of different ascension options in Dark Souls, but we're just going to look at 2 today for the sake of time. The workings are the same pretty much across the board though. So to ascend a weapon, the first thing we need to do is find one of the many embers located in the game world. If we find one and bring it to the appropriate blacksmith, they will ask to take it from us, and from then on they'll be able to offer us new upgrades. Once we've done that, we can then use the modify equipment menu item to ascend our weapons. So on this screen we can see the weapons that we've got that are ready for ascension. At the top, these icons here are different ascension types. The first tab is referred to as standard, and it lets us take a weapon to +6. This second tab lets us create a different weapon type called raw. So let's have a quick look at the differences. If we look at the detail screen, we can see that the normal upgrade continues the same as we've seen before. There's an increase to the param bonus and the base damage increases. But if we look at the raw upgrade, we can see that this decreases the param bonus. But to balance this, the general damage is greater than it would be on the standard upgrade path. So it's up to you how you choose to upgrade your equipment. These are just 2 examples, there's lots of different choices in the game. Just remember to look carefully at these screens before committing to changes. We can reverse an ascension using this 3rd tab. However, as this message says, we will lose all the souls and titanite we've invested into it. And since some of the upgrade materials are pretty rare, don't be hasty in spending your resources. If we go back to the upgrade equipment screen now, we can see that we can continue leveling the dagger, but now we need to use the next rank of titanite, which is these large titanite shards. And that's pretty much it. The final bit I'd like to say is, some ascension paths have specific starting conditions. If you check the descriptions of the embers before handing them over to a blacksmith, you can get this information. try and remember to do this because once you hand them over, you can't read those descriptions anymore. Arigato, Miyazaki-san. So there we go. I hope that's helped shine a bit of light for you on how we upgrade our equipment in the game. Next time we're going to be looking at combat. It's such a big topic that defense will be the episode after that. Peace out, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I'll catch you next time.
But then was fire.
Oh, then go ahead. Don't you?
Come in.